Hello, everyone. Welcome back, my beloved kings and queens. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I am the owner and operator of LaJoy Truck Creation Designs and M&J Original Boutique. Okay, y'all, so today I'm coming to you all to show you how to make pretty much an abstract butterfly copper wire adjustable ring. All right, so here are the items that you're going to need to do this here DIY. Okay, so you're going to need your round nose pliers. You're going to need your wire cutters. You're going to need a ruler. You're going to need a dowel, and I got this dowel from Walmart. This is about a half of an inch thick, I believe. It's either an inch or a half of an inch thick. It's almost about an inch thick. Inch thick, half of an inch. Got this from Walmart. Okay. And you're going to need your choice. You're going to need copper wire. Now, I am going to say this. You don't necessarily have to use copper wire to do this DIY. Okay. Whatever wire you have, you can use to do this DIY. But, I'm using copper wire because the design that I'm going to be doing, I'm using 30 inches of wire and 14 gauge copper wire, okay? Now, for those of you who work with copper wire, y'all know that copper wire is, depending on the gauge of the wire, if it's 10 or 12, you have to, it's really hard to work with 10 and 12 copper wire. You need tools to work with it the way you want to. With 14, 16, and 18, you can pretty much, it's more manageable to work with. 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22, 24, 28, and up. Once you really start going up, it's just much easier for you to be able to work with the wire. So like I said, I'm going to be showing y'all how to do a jewelry design technique, making a copper ring. Now, every time you make this ring, your design will probably be different, okay? If you make a ring, if you want the same result, you pretty much are going to have to watch how you twist and bend your wire to get that same result, okay? So, like I said, I'm using 14 gauge copper wire, 30 inches long, and I'm going to take my round nose pliers, come to the top of my wire, and I'm going to make a loop, and then I'm just going to make a series of spirals. Now, for those of you who have nylon pliers, you can use your nylon pliers to do this. But for those of you who've been following me, y'all know that I pretty much use my fingers to wrap my wire. All right. So this is pretty much what I want. So I have a couple of spirals on here, and I'm getting ready to count them to tell y'all how many spirals I have. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4. So I'm going to take and wrap it around one more time, all the way around like this. Okay. Actually, I had 3, but now I have 4. So this is what you're going to have. So the next thing you want to do, sorry y'all for all the noise, I got wire and stuff all on the table. The next thing you want to do is you want to make a loop. So you want to make your loop the opposite way, just like this. All right. Now you can make your loop as big or as small as you see fit. So I'm going to make that just a little smaller. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap this 2 more times. So I'm going to go around just like this. I'm just going to go around like this, and I'm going to leave a little bit of space in between my wire. Okay, so that's one, and I'm going to continue to wrap it around. Okay, as you can see, and I'm going to come all the way until I come back to this point. So this is what you will have. Now when you come all the way around, you want to wrap this part of your wire on the back about 3 times, okay? So I'm going to wrap it about 3 times. Okay, just showing you. So this is 1, okay? And you want to take it all the way over. All right, this is 2. All right, that's 2. And then you want to go over one more time and bring it all the way to the back like that, and come all the way. When you come to the back, you're going to go to the opposite side. Okay, so when you come to the back, you're going to come over here. Okay, you're going to wrap it to the back. This is the back of the wire. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to make another loop. Okay, you're going to make another loop. And it doesn't have to be, like I said before, a small loop. Okay, that's my loop. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did right here. And just wrap it around. Just like this. And like I said, this is what you're going to have. You got to make sure that if you want your ring to be exactly the same way you did it the first time, you have to make sure you pay close attention to how you're wrapping it, okay? Because it's going to be a different ring. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this 3 times. 1, 2, that's 2. Then I'm coming back again. 3. I'm taking it to the back, and I'm going to come up to the opposite side. Okay, so now I'm over on this side. Okay, and this time I'm going to make a bigger loop, but not as big. Because this is going to be like an abstract, pretty much like an abstract copper ring. Okay. Okay, so we have it here. Actually, I don't want it to be that big, that long, so I'm gonna come right here. All right, and then I'm just gonna wrap this like this. And just wrap it around. And you can, as you're wrapping it, you can decide on how big you want your loops to be. If you want them to be big, if you want them to be small, however you want your loops to be. Okay, so I'm just continuing to go around. Okay, and this is, now I'm pretty much changing the style of my ring. And what I'm going to do next, see here, I'm just going to take that through. I'm going to wrap it around 1 time from the back, take it to the back. Okay, I'm going to take it through this piece right here, come up, and then I'm going to come back up. And when I come back up, I'm going to be facing right here in this spot. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make another loop right here. All right. I'm going to take it around 1 more time. Okay. I'm going to bring it, and then this time I'm going to bring this piece down. Now when I bring this piece down, I'm going to take my dowel and I'm going to wrap my dowel to make my circle. And this dowel is a perfect size to, this dowel is a perfect size for your finger, okay? This will fit your finger, this dowel will, okay? Now, once you do that, this is pretty much what your ring is looking like, okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my round nose pliers, come down to the very end of my piece, and I'm just going to start wrapping it, giving it some spirals just like this. Just like that, okay? Now this is a pretty big ring. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take and I'm going to change the style that I just did just a tad bit. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can keep your ring just the way you have it. But I'm just making a little changes, just pushing everything together to make it a little bit more tighter. Okay, and this is pretty much what your ring is going to look like. Copper wire abstract butterfly ring. And let's try it on. It's adjustable. You can wear it on your knuckles like this, or you can put your finger in like this, and you can wear it that way. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all a couple of more that I have done using this technique. So I have 5 more that I have already made, and I know y'all saw that on the front of the video, but I've made 5. Now, like I said, every time you do this technique, if you want the same result, you have to make sure that you pay attention to how you twist your wire. Okay, that is so important, because if not, you're going to get a different ring every time. So right now I have 6 different rings, but it's the same technique. Okay, so I have one that I made like this. Okay, and one that I've made like this. And these are all different. None of these designs are the same. Copper wire, 14 gauge. Okay. You can make these and sell these rings. And the thing that I love about these is that they are adjustable. They are heavy. They have nice weight to them. Very nice weight to them. Okay. So here you have it. One technique, 6 different designs. All right. And if you don't want, because sometimes if you don't want your ring to be big, you can make it smaller and use lesser wire. Because some of these, I think I use 24 inches. But but 14 gauge. Okay, so with that being said, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, and a share. And I want to thank you all for joining me for this jewelry design, pretty much butterfly abstract copper wire ring. Okay, adjustable ring. So with that being said, I want to take this time to say thank you all for watching. Thank you to my new supporters and my super supporters. I greatly appreciate all of y'all support. And once again, until the next one, my beloved kings and queens, peace and blessings. See ya.